Just hit the lyrical button. Check everything going on fine.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, we close like that. Man. I never knew your middle name was Bill.
I mean, because I don't usually tell people about it, but
But yeah, I guess that's not even.
yeah, it's not
Like,
even.
it's not up to the.
So my middle name is Bill, and
Right.
the blue part is really just a concept about being real to yourself, not lying about who you are, just steady being yourself all the time. And because the thing is, there's this thing about being real, where it's like, oh, I'm a real person, or I'm a real nigga, I'm a real this, but you are really just following the path of people who say they are real. So most of the time, what you want to do is you want to just be against the law or against set amount of things, just to be like, yeah, I don't care about this. But being blue, as the concept is, look, if you ask me a question where I feel like my answer is gonna be a lot of problems, I will be so diplomatic with it, like so much, and I wouldn't even care. I just want to be diplomatic. I would say what I think the audience want to hear, because at the end of the day, I feel like that's what I really want to say, you know. And when I stay by myself, all alone, I'd be like, you know what? Like I was being diplomatic over there, but really what I think is this. So it's really just that little twist of what is real is what is not.
So it's really the meaning is really like behind the concept Blue Bill.
Yeah.
So Bill's your middle name, and
Yes.
Blue is the concept
The
of
concept.
being true,
Yeah.
like true to yourself,
True to yourself.
not just like following any kind of trend.
Yeah.
Right. Or following any kind of any kind of trend. Do you follow any kind of trend, or like when you say Blue Bill, does that like does that restrict you to that one, like sort of like uniqueness, you know what I mean? Like you are unique in your own way. Do you make your would you say you make a unique type of music, for example? Like is your music
Is it unique?
like how does it stand out? How does it stay true? How does Blue Bill
Okay.
reflects in the music?
So like I said, the blue part is really just being real to me. I don't care if I'm not real to you. I don't care if I'm not real to the media. I don't care if I'm not real to anybody around me. It doesn't really care. So if you ask me if I'm following any trends, sure, I'm following trends.
All right, so you have some type of influences. Like,
Yes, I'm surely following trends. I'm not the type of be like, you know what, I do my thing, that I don't follow trends. It's a lie. Like you on social media, you definitely get affected even without you knowing. So I follow trends, you know. Is my music unique? Maybe, maybe not. I don't put myself in a position where I'm like, I want to create something unique. I do music the way I feel it.
Yeah.
And if it's like maybe something you heard before, hey, then it is what it is. I think when it comes to uniqueness, right, from the artists that I know, like upcoming right here in the DMV, a lot of them have their own sound, and it's not something they force. Because the thing is, when you force a sound and people can realize that you're forcing the sound, that's where everybody's like, he's just following trends or whatever. But when you do music the way you feel it and it's unique, it's the best thing to happen, right? So when it comes to being unique as me, Bluebill, the artist, I feel like I cannot, I can't be like, oh, yeah, it's unique or it's not, because I'm not the fans or the people listening to it. I feel like people who listen to the music are supposed to tell me, oh, you know what, he doesn't sound like most people, or he doesn't, he does sound like most people. But me personally, as a creator or the artist or the painter or whatever, I really don't care about that. I make sure I open myself creatively a lot to what I want to, persuade as an idea in the music, and really just all about me, the creator, and not the fans. And it's hard, because
It is hard.
you get to a point where
I can testify it is hard.
exactly you get to a point where artists have to do songs that fans feel like they are supposed to be doing, and that's the thing that ruins the art.
Yeah, that's commercial art right there.
Exactly.
That's not true art. That's not blue art. Remember?
It's not blue art.
It's
man.
not blue art.
Y'all should stay blue.
should-
Which camera is it? Y'all should stay blue. Stay
Yo,
blue, man. Don't
you
lie.
should really put that thing out there.
Yeah.
Like, y'all gotta stay blue.
Y'all gotta stay blue.
All right. We touch on like the influences. Is there any artist that you like kind of like look up to or
I look
something?
up to. I Okay. There's a lot of artists that I'm influenced by. You know what? Let me rephrase that. There's a lot of places that I'm influenced by. So, um, I listen to hip hop as my main genre of music, and R&B too. But there's still like different aspect of myself that influences me when I make music. So, for example, I'm a huge fan of SA hip hop, which is South African. I'm a huge fan of UK hip hop. I'm a huge fan of French hip hop.
Oh,
I'm
so
a
you
huge
just
fan of
be
yeah.
global like
I
that.
be I
Just
be branching out a lot with different
okay.
artists, and all those hip hop sound different because hip hop in general has it's an element, and then people just add the little cultural value to it and just create your own type of hip hop and just keep the a grasp of what hip hop is supposed to sound like.
So your values are international.
Yes,
Or
I
I
mean,
would say universal. You're not looking,
okay,
like you know what I mean. You're
I'll
not
take that.
like yeah. That's kind of what I get from that. So it's like during your creative process from what I just like get from what you just said. Is it like you take a little bit, like a tiny bit from all this little
I
stuff.
mean, I don't really take.
You don't take maybe
I'm really
I use
just
the wrong word. I definitely use the wrong word.
I'm
for
really
that.
just influenced because, for example, right, um, when I hear music from France, they sound slightly different, except from the cultural background difference or whatever, with the language, they sound different than Americans.
Yeah, sure.
And to be honest, you will never understand what hip hop sounds in America concretely if you're not in America. You can have an idea of what is hot in America, but in America, a lot of things differs because there's a lot of local artists who decided not to be mainstream, stay independent, like Shy Glizzy, and who still makes hella money and still have a huge influence in DC. So I feel like hip hop changes. There's different aspects to hip hop. I personally, that's what I said. I just do music the way I feel it. If I feel like today I'm gonna do a song or music that's gonna sound very much more African, because I am African, it will come out that way. But when that's just in general with making music. Now to getting the music out there, there's a little bit more thought to it because I can't just be all over the place. I need to be well seasoned and distributed too. So I think that's creatively is just overly inspired.
Shit like trans on TV, oh man. Trans on TV, oh man. Shit like fast with some more stands. Shit like pills, so she carry on Zen. 20.
The next thing would be
But that's why the shirt is cool. The shirt was
it's all good.
Yeah.
The next thing would be the value, right? So speaking of value, so now that we're speaking of value. Now that you know about your environment. How do you go about, you explain a little bit how you create. I'm not gonna start asking, do you even write and stuff like that?
yeah.
Even if that's the case, do you like, are you more of a freestyle type of artist, or you go
When I
about?
create a song,
Yeah, what
Okay.
like structure wise? How do you go about it? You sit down, you take a little coffee in the morning and you start writing. Like talking about, yeah, I grab a coffee in the morning, 2 sugars.
no, I'm not a type of rapper who just write because I had different creative processes coming up. To right now I'm still coming up, but I think I found the one that works best for me. I used to really just write about what I want to write. When you write before rapping, right? I feel like it might give you maybe better context about what you're rapping about. But now, since this is the music industry, which you're supposed to do music, what I do is I do this one take freestyle demos on my phone, like a voice memo, and from there I caption the main idea. I caption the style that I want to use. I capture every little aspect of the song that I want to grasp, and then from that little piece, I can write a song.
So
So I write after I do the demo, just to write, because for me style is very important when you rap.
okay.
If the style is boring, nobody really want to hear it.
So I'm thinking, sure, style. What style you mean? Like the whole production behind?
I mean, not production, the way you rap. If you wanna,
So that's your flow.
yeah, your flow, type of, yeah, kind of like
Okay.
your flow. I think it's very important. I feel like if your flow is not good, even if you are the best at what you're doing, nobody's gonna hear it.
Fine. So flow. You go on any beat. You can like just hop on any beat. You fine with that?
Yeah, I mean, I just go ahead,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty like I have a good ear for when I hear a beat.
Yeah, that's
I
talent.
feel
God-given.
like if I hear a beat and it sounds good to me, good enough, I would just go ahead. I would do everything. I'll do maybe 2 different hooks because I would probably not remember what I did in the first place. But when I will, like hear it after, I would see which one fits the best. If I can match both of them, the whole concept and context of the song will come from that little demo. I have like endless demos on my phone right now, like super crazy demos. So I just feel like from there I choose the song that I want to do, and it's really about how I feel. If I feel like I want to rap too much, I'll rap. If I feel like I want to rap and maybe sing a little melodic or whatever, it's just really how I feel.
Right.
That's how I go about it.
See, this is the thing.
That's the bass, yeah. People tend to love to come up, then they hate, yeah.